Let's try out the compact on the plates. Well, we're going to start with Alice, then go to the red prairie dog, and then the plates. Metal carry comp. Same ammunition. We can start with Alice, then go to the prairie dog. And the plates. Smith & Wesson Performance Center M&P 2.0 9mm Performance Center metal carry comp. Haven't shot one of those out here before, but we are going to shoot it and we'll talk about it a little bit. Thanks for dropping in while we take a look at the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Performance Center metal carry comp. You know that I've shot the 2.0 before in the 9mm, my compact, and I kind of like the gun, but this is a little different. Metal frame versus polymer frame, a 1/4 inch longer barrel, or 0.22 inches longer supposedly, and a compensator in the end. Of course, the barrel has a compensation port in it, and there's a corresponding port in the slide, as well as some slide lightning cuts. This is optics ready. I don't have an optic on it, and the optics plate, at least the way it's designed with the sights, indicates to me that I'd probably have to change the sights to co-witness, but it does come with several different optics plates, the usual assortment of Smith & Wesson, different size back straps, plenty of good texture on the front part of the grip, which is also polymer, good texture on the back. Typical Smith, and actually remember my CSX, I had to put Talon grips on it because there's texture lacking right where my secondary and primary thumb go right here. I'm losing a little bit of grip. At least I feel like I may be losing a little grip. Although when we shoot it, we may find that it's not. So again, metal frame. The cocking serrations are a little different design on this, forward and rear, and again, lightning cuts up there in the front. No safety on this one. Flat trigger. We're going to talk more about the trigger here in just a couple of minutes, but it is metal, and it does have a looks like fiber optic and tritium front sight, plain black serrated rear sight, and I like just the plain black sight. Not real fond of the U-notch, but that doesn't bother me that much anymore since I've shot enough guns with a U-notch. Full size, 17 round capacity in the magazine, and let's just see what it does here at 12 yards. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 metal carry comp. Let's just run the plates real quick and just see if I got subjective feeling that the compensator might be doing any good. Let's ask Alice which way we're going to go. Alex says right to left this time, okay? Yeah, they're all moving, so I must have hit them. Just didn't feel right going right to left. Let's go left to right one time. I missed that last one. I did. That's a little better. I didn't get the red prairie dog. And the gong. And a flinch on the last one. Alright, it does subjectively feel a little better than the, but again, it ought to. It's a heavier gun. This is about 3 ounces heavier. Loaded, of course, that's loaded with 18 rounds, 124 grain. About 3 ounces heavier than my compact with a polymer frame loaded with 16 rounds of 124 grain, same ammunition. So about 3 ounces heavier. A couple of that a little bit of that you'd expect because of the extra 2 rounds, but for the most of it, the metal frame is making a difference on it. And of course, the slide is also a little bit lighter to make up for some of that. The gun comes in typical Smith & Wesson cardboard box, but inside it's got your usual different back straps and optics plates and so forth, but also has a cool little cleaning kit. Don't know how much I'd use it, but hey, you never know. Alright, cleaning guns to me is overrated. I know some people got to clean them after every range trip. I'd rather shoot them than clean them. Alright, I want to take it over 25 yards and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Smith & Wesson Performance Center metal carry compensated 4.22 inch barrel, metal frame, 9mm. Let's just see what it'll do over here at 25 yards. Starting with the yellow raccoon on the right, black crow next to it, head flipper on the black silhouette. Yeah, barely. There we go, the red woodchuck. The green standing prairie dog. 12 inch way over there on the left. 8 inch next to it. And let's see, what haven't I done there? How about the center of the red silhouette? Can I get it back? There we go. What have we got left? 3 rounds left. Let's go for the green 10 inch, just hiding kind of right behind the red silhouette. And let's see, the silver silhouette. And back one time to the yellow raccoon. There it is. Alright, so far it's working pretty good for me. Now I do notice that I've got to actually aim below point of aim, or below what I expect for point of impact. And I'm kind of burying, as much as I like to look at the black metal of the sights, I try to ignore the front dot. In this case, I'm having to bury the dot in the U. So the top of the front sight is a little bit below the top of the rear sight. So I am shooting below, my point of aim is below point of impact. Nice feeling gun though. This is Performance Center, so you'd think the trigger would be really outstanding. It's not. I mean, it's nice. Fair amount of takeoff. And again, this gun is right now empty. No magazine, no round in the chamber. So I am pointing it still in a safe direction. Take up on the trigger. It's a flat trigger with a decent feeling blade on it, and a fairly clean wall and no over travel. Alright, brakes it right around 3 pounds. My compact on the other hand, again, no magazine, nothing in the chamber, pointed same direction, about the same amount of take up, same type of trigger, and nice clean brake and no over travel, right around 3 pounds. So the action between the two guns, particularly a standard versus a Performance Center, I'm not really noticing any Performance Center difference on it. Alright, let's take it out to 50 and just see if I can make these sights work at 50 yards. Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 Performance Center carry comp, metal carry comp, 17 rounds, 124 grain ammunition. And let's just see what it'll do here at 50 yards. Again, I got to remember to bury that front sight a little bit. Let's start with the silver gong. Let's go to the 16 inch high right. Go to the 12 inch below it. There we go. Let's go to the 10 inch to the left of the 16. There we go. Buried a little too much. Alright, the 8 inch lower left. And the 6 inch to the left of that. There we go. Took a while. Looks like I got about 4 shots left. The little critters there are not center fire rated. So let's just go to the silhouette of the lower right yellow center. Back to the 16. Back to the gong. Back to the gong. One more time on the gong. Alright, as long as I do my part of the sights, it's working okay. Actually does feel kind of nice. We're going to do one more quick check on the, or test, subjective test, between the Performance Center and my polymer frame compact. Totally subjective testing. For the compact polymer frame, I've got 15, it's a 15 round magazine. I've got 6 rounds loaded up in it. The first 3 rounds are 124 grain full metal jacket. The next 3 rounds are SIG V-Crown 147 grain hollow point ammunition. I've got the same configuration in the 17 round mag for the metal Performance Center. So 3 rounds of 124 followed by 3 rounds of SIG V-Crown for 147s. We're going to do it out of the compact, then do it out of the full size. totally subjective on the plates here at 12 yards. All right, compact first. All right, full size. Metal carry comp. All right, subjectively, the heavier gun, again, only 3 ounces heavier. Getting the grip on the grip frame, no real difference on that. They both fit my hand about the same, so I'm not going to attribute any of the savings to the grip frame, but the compensator does work a little bit. Now, I didn't put it against my grid like I've done in the past, but again, the heavier gun, slightly longer barrel, does seem to make a difference. All right, am I sold on the more than $300 difference between the two guns? Probably not so much. Well, okay, maybe. The jury's still out. Would I carry this? Oh, absolutely. It does have a full pick rail on it. Well, full 3-slot pick rail anyway. Plenty of room to get a gloved hand in there. Does work. Everything works on it like it should on a Smith & Wesson. Of course, you notice I've got a manual safety on my compact. I wish they would put a manual safety on this. I know the safety is keep your finger off the trigger. Just something about it carrying a gun that's 100% cocked with no safety on it. Since I'm a 1911 guy, I prefer safeties. All right, Smith & Wesson metal performance center metal carry comp, 4.22-inch barrel, 9mm. Yeah, okay, do kind of like it. Thanks for stopping in.